filling in the gap between Episode VI, Return of the Jedi, and VII, The Force Awakens. We are here discussing the interlude from Chuck Wendig's Aftermath, Coruscant. If you dive into the interludes long enough, you start to realize that things are a bit more connected than it appears on the first read of the book from cover to cover. This interlude gives us more information and actually places the time frame of the book. For full understanding, we have to go back to the prelude of the book, simply titled Coruscant. In this prelude, we see depicted the fall of the Emperor's statue, which presumably is the scene from the ending of the special edition of Episode VI, Return of the Jedi. At first read, it seems this opening only serves to introduce the idea that the war was not yet won, as a father tells his son Jack, who is not yet 12 years old. It gives us a brief glimpse at the climate after the destruction of the Death Star at Endor. However, this opening serves another purpose, in the age of young Jack, because in the Coruscant interlude, we meet Jack on his 13th birthday. Now, every interlude does not have to be taking place at the same time, but it is feasible to think that they are. In the hyperspace interlude, Han makes a reference to Wedge's mission, which connects that interlude to the main narrative timeline. Having them all take place at the same time further expands our perception of the vastness of the Star Wars narrative universe, and opens up the doors to an increasing number of stories that we can see coming in the future. This interlude shows us Jack willing to dedicate his life in service to the scum lord known as the Thorn, an Iktachi named Talvi Chawin. In exchange for service to the Thorn, Jack was going to get an EMP device, which he plans to place below the Imperial front lines of Coruscant. Jack did not hesitate giving up his life. In the years since the Death Star's destruction, his father had been killed by the Empire. Jack's target is Cocotown, a location known to us from Episode 2, Attack of the Clones, as the area around Dex's diner. Not only does this interlude clear up the time frame, but also shows us the activities on Coruscant, the capital planet of the Empire. How even children were forming small organizations to try and fight. His father was right in that the fighting had just begun, and Jack was determined to fight the Empire with everything he had. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to keep up with all the insight and analysis found here at Star Wars: The Canon Explained. You can also follow us on Twitter or visit us on Facebook. Till next time, may the Force be with you.